Welcome back. Well, November is National Alzheimer's Disease Awareness Month, and our good friend Barry Marion, a cognitive support specialist from right at home of Fargo, is joining us today to talk about things you can be looking for, the signs to detect Alzheimer's and dementia. So, Barry, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you.
Thanks, Chris. Good to see you.
Let's dive into some of these signs you're looking for, because when you talk to people that are supporting people with dementia and Alzheimer's, I mean, they're just heartbreaking stories. So what are some early signs people should be paying attention to?
I think the big thing, obviously, is the memory issue, and we all forget things from time to time, but I think it's more when the memory really becomes, it affects your daily living and so forth. So I would say, the memory for sure, but there are other, items that can happen too. They might, their socialization might be decreasing. Maybe they're just can't come up with certain words, common things and so forth. Their hygiene could go down. They could start having different attitudes. Maybe, especially now with everybody being isolated and so forth, we've all felt this a little bit too, where maybe you get a little bit anxious and, feel a little bit of depression and so forth. But those are probably the most common signs.
But I guess when does it get to the point, like you said, we all forget stuff, but when does it get to a point where you kind of go, maybe I need to check something out here?
Yeah, like let's say we all forget stuff, like maybe you forget where your keys are and stuff, but eventually you kind of figure it out and you can work through that. I think it's when it really starts affecting, how your life lives from day to day, and then you're forgetting things, you're unable to work through issues and problems and so forth that you were able to before. You're forgetting, appointments and names. And again, and it's kind of a broad term, but where it's really affecting more your daily living. Because we all forget stuff from time to time. But if it becomes more chronic like that, I think that's by far the first sign. There are other little things, but the memory issue is the biggest one.
What can we be doing this month, since it's National Alzheimer's Awareness Month? What can we be doing to raise awareness and make a difference?
I always say a great resource is to go to Alzheimer's Association. It's at alz.org. They're a great resource, a first resource. You can get involved with that. I'm also, through Right at Home, involved with the Parkinson's Foundation, which is also a form of dementia, although Alzheimer's is by far, I think it's 70% of all dementia cases are, Alzheimer's specifically. But I would say go to alz.org, see how you can donate and get organized. They have fundraisers and so forth, and it's a great spot.
Does it make a difference? I mean, if you find dementia or Alzheimer's early, does it help with treatment? Is there anything you can do to help sort of mitigate it? I know you can't completely get rid of it, but...
Yeah, you really can't. Unfortunately, like an agency like us at Right at Home, we have programs too that can, slow the progression a little bit. So it is better if you can catch it early. Certainly get into the doctor just so you can see, how progressive it is and so forth. And I think by, following good habits like we can, do even as healthier people, like proper nutrition, getting exercise, getting blood and, oxygen to the brain is very important. Staying social. This is part of this thing where we've been sheltering and so forth. We're social beings, and if you can catch it early and keep them socialized, and keep your brain active. So read and do puzzles, do tough stuff like that. So yes, you can catch it early, which is better, but it is non-curable.
Yeah.
And so you can just try to maybe slow the progression, and that's the best you can do.
Good stuff. Barry, thanks for the time and the insight. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris. Good to see you.
You too, man. All right, stay with us when we come back. We're visiting with Wes Stakers. They got a big week coming up. Stick around.